Is it more about the player winning the 1v5 or the 5 players making mistakes? Quick answer on this one.
Well, it's when it's Donk, it's because Donk is Donk. When it's other players, it's because we're 5 bots.
I think that's fair, honestly. Honestly,
fair,
that Donk 1v5 didn't even look that bad.
We watched that. We felt like shit after losing that, but then we watched that 1v5 and we were like, okay, well, you have no chance, you have no chance, you have no chance. And then you have no chance as well, so...
Ever wanted to try refrag? Well, now you can. For the viewers of HLTV Confirmed, you can claim a 1-week free trial for the world's best CS2 training platform, letting you try out all of our features, like the refrag coach, which will analyze your games and give you a personalized training plan. You can also try out Challenger, an all-new game mode, which will test your retake abilities in realistic in-game scenarios. Try refrag today for free using the link in the description.
You're a CS player and you won a major. It's not something people can take away from you, you know?
No matter what would have happened in that tournament, I'm glad I got benched.
It's just hard, you know, like when I look back at this image, all I see is that I failed.
When Device decided to quit the team, that was like the nail in the coffin.
Okay, this is where I want to be, this is where my place should be.
You know, if I could trade in all the trophies, just have my father back, and that would be a fair trade.
Hello and welcome to HLTV Confirmed, proudly brought to you by Stake and Refragged and streamed live on Kick. We're here with another episode and with a special guest. Obviously, Striker is here as usual. How are you doing, Striker? You had some warnings for the viewers.
Warnings?
You said there's going to be some cats in the background.
Yeah, I mean, cats are going crazy at a weird time, actually. Normally, it happens at like midnight, which is amazing for your sleep. This time, it's actually early, so maybe I'm going to get them sleep. It's going to be good.
Amazing. And we have note here, because we have our guest, flameZ, which we'll talk about a bit later, and you did like only 4 interviews in the last 2 weeks. We had to involve you once again in some flameZ content. How are you feeling? How's the jet lag coming back from China?
I don't know if I'm jet lagged yet, but I think I slept something like 16 hours, but in various different segments. So let's see how that goes. Because I slept maybe 25 minutes in 6 segments on the plane. So that was rough.
What's the time zone right now where you're at?
It's minus 16 from Hong Kong. So I'm in Pacific time.
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay.
And flameZ, second appearance on the podcast. I feel like you've been on 5 times, but this is somehow not true.
When was it? When I joined Vitality, I think, right?
Yeah, after going from OG to Vitality, and now you're back. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good after 2 long weeks in China and Hong Kong. It's a bit of a nice feeling just going home, being a bit chill. We have a week off as well right now, so it's, you know, taking care of all the stuff that you need to take care of, and then full major grind, so it feels a bit peaceful.
What's the first thing you're taking care of? What's on the agenda?
Well, I don't know, some boring shit. The company stuff, and the accountant needs me to come and sign some papers.
The worst, absolutely the worst. But also,
it's fine.
It's money, so I guess it's kind of important. Yeah, you just also, so 2 of you coming back from different time, the same time zone, but now on a different time zone. And we will talk about what happened in China. Both of you were in Chengdu and then in Hong Kong after that. I guess before we jump into all of that, we can jump into the Skinionaire and get flameZ a bit activated with our sponsor segment, which is sponsored by, I can't say who it is. It's a secret. You'll find out on Twitter. But if you want to be involved in the giveaway,
Smooth,
just write,
smooth prop.
just
Nobody knew it.
just write Skin Club. Not affiliated, perhaps. But yeah, we have 5 questions. Depending on how many you answer correctly, we'll have a skin for the lucky viewer, and you can maybe get some help off of the 2 guests here. The theme is your countrymen and some of your friends and some of your enemies on the server. How ready do you think you are?
Wait, so if I answer 5 questions, the fans get a better skin?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully I'm ready. I don't know. I need to see the questions.
Okay.
I think I'm ready. I think
that's how it works. First question coming up.
We joined the current team, not earlier.
Flames or exertion?
Wow. I think I played exertion when I was in OG as well, so I would say exertion.
Okay, locking in exertion. Easy
Yes,
question.
perfect.
Easy question setup.
You say it was easy, but I thought I didn't have it.
I'm scared if this was difficult. What's gonna happen next? Question number 2.
Yeah.
Who has more trophies? Big events included only. Flames, Spinks,
I
or
answered my
exertion?
question already.
You're locking it in?
Yes, of course.
You're not giving any time?
Yeah, it's kind of an easy question to ask in a year where they won fucking 8 trophies.
Do you think that 2 of them combined have as much as you?
Spinks has 9 or 8, I'm not sure. And exertion has 4 or 5 or 3 maybe. Big events. What is big events? Fisher is a big event?
I don't. Striker knows better than me.
I don't remember which one. Like one of those bed booms might have been, but I don't think so though.
No.
I don't know. I think maybe I have around the same as them right now. I don't know how much I have. I have 11 or 12. Maybe
Bro forgot how many tournaments he won. This is amazing.
No. Man, after we won EPL, we talked about it, but I forgot. The only thing that we want on HLTV is to be able to scroll the achievement.
You got there.
Yes,
got
exactly.
there.
So the moment we scroll, we don't count.
To be honest, one of your achievements is FPL season 16.
You remember? You remember what, Prof? I won FPL, and I really wanted that extra achievement there. I messaged you on Twitter to give it to me.
It was bugged or something. It was.
You didn't get it. Yeah, but it was 4 games I won. It was nothing.
Oh well, you're there now. You're there now.
But even without it, I think I'm still scrollable.
Yeah, I think you are. You're just there on the edge.
You can delete it now, actually.
Let's go to question number 3. Who of the following is the highest rated player in 2025? Flames, Heavy God, or Nerds?
Give me the... I think Heavy God is the best stats. I think Nerds hasn't been going good for them so far this year. For me, it could be... I don't know. I will go with Heavy God. I think it's a tough question.
Solid.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Let's see.
Yes.
That is correct. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Heavy God is a massive 3.0 farmer, so that's how I know. He's like 120 or something stupid. Not that much, but he's really high. He's like 115 or something.
I knew it couldn't be Flames because he jumps around corners with Mac 10s for like
Actually,
half the
that's
game,
the only way I get kills now, so...
Perhaps.
I think there was some stat shown on broadcast where I think you had the most jumping kills or something the entire year at like 25.
That's
I'm not
makes me feel a
surprised.
bit bad, like I'm not skilled enough to kill people per duel.
Well,
actually,
I feel like that's
it's
also
fine.
a skill,
Yeah, actually true. If it's consistent,
you should just make the argument that you are skilled at a very hard thing.
Jumping,
instead of that's the thing.
Athlete.
Number 4, question number 4.
Who of the following?
You can read it. You can read
Yeah,
it. For
who of the
audio
following?
viewers.
Who of the following has played 3 LAN stages of RMRs in the recent years?
Anarch has messed out or more.
So,
Now
who has played 3 RMRs overall in his career?
Yeah, what is recent years? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I didn't really pay attention to that.
No,
but
not minors, right? Just RMRs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say Mestel.
Okay.
Mestel is
Locking in. It is correct. What can you tell about this player?
early quit. But
Jover for him, I guess.
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
but he's a really good guy. He's really nice. I think he decided to leave CS and kind of focus on his life and stuff, and I think it's well for him for now.
Vibes.
He has one of the most insane ancient highlights of all time.
The B-side one.
Yeah.
Wow, you have insane memory. That's sick. Yeah, actually,
I
you have a
watched
good
it
one.
live,
What's
so
the
that's the only
highlight?
reason. It's like from one of the RMRs, actually. I'm pretty sure. He even had it.
It is. I think against the FlyQuest guys. Don't remember
Somebody,
the name.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
Tyler, actually. I don't know. But actually,
You're-
yeah.
Don't know.
You're one question away from the perfect score. Let's see if you can get this. Number 5.
Is it the hardest?
Always.
What team is
team?
mate?
Blue.
Blue Phoenix is my best friend. So right now he has no team.
Okay. You
Yeah,
know
but
this. You're locking it in.
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. He was a part of Young Ninjas, not in the organization anymore, and he's not playing for anyone right now. So if it counts as Young Ninjas, I will go objection. But
Will
it's
be
no
quite
team.
embarrassing if you get this one wrong after saying he's your best friend.
Yes. Yes, perfect.
But he's a free agent. Where should who should get him? Give him a little advertisement right now. You have this
Well,
opportunity.
He also quit.
Okay.
So I don't know. Probably like I don't know if it's not a CS company, not a CS organization.
Okay.
He's still good. I still believe in him, but I think his mind is off the game. So
Unlucky. Seems like it's Jover. I mean, you have quite a good player base in Israel, but seems like
Not
something's
anymore.
happening. Something's
Yeah.
happening. It doesn't look like it's the prime anymore.
many players quit.
Talking about not quitting, let's kind of rewind a bit, catch up with you guys. Obviously, don't want to talk too much about the first part of the year because you won everything, so it's kind of boring to talk about that. And it's kind of just this backdrop that is this shadow behind you guys in some ways. That's like, if you're not living up to this, everything sucks. But you had like maybe a quiet start to the second season, and then you won EPL, which was kind of breaking through that little plateau that you had coming into the fall time. Just rewinding back to that, the win there against Falcons, it seems like the team was super motivated and super on point in that final. How big was that win in EPL?
Well, for us it was we came from I think a back-to-back tournament with Cologne, AWC, Blast Bounty, and I feel like there was another one in this. But
Blast London, right?
London, yeah, as well. Between Blast London, we had like a week off, but it was. We don't think we had so much time to prac because it was just so stressful. And then we came into, and it went pretty bad for us in some sense because we got 4 semifinals, I think. Final in London, but we played really bad the games we lost. So we were really motivated to come and play good Counter-Strike, and we had some time to practice before EPL. Practiced a lot, and we came to EPL very prepared. And the first fucking game is Gentlemates, and we lose. Get a bit fucked. Then we were still fine with ourselves. It was like a slap in the face in some sense, because we didn't lose because we played bad. So we lost because we played bad, but we didn't play our game. We didn't communicate anything. And then the tournament went pretty smooth going forward. I think just getting the trophy in the fashion we did against Falcons in the final, we kind of got a lot of confidence that as long as we prep well and we have some time to kind of, I felt like the first 4 weeks Cologne went good for us, and then the semi we lost to Mouse we lost a bit of confidence, and then we ran into 3 or 4 weeks that were not so good. Then just having the opportunity to win a trophy after prepping kind of gave us a lot of confidence that as long as we proc well, as long as we have a good preparation for a tournament, then it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because like in Chengdu, you guys nearly lost to VP, like the really close series, and then you lost to Mouse afterward. And when I talked to Xtaz, he said that you had 3 weeks off practice, and he almost made it seem like it was too much time off from officials. So, but it was a bit confusing because, like he said, 3 weeks and you guys didn't have officials to play in. So is there like the sweet spot window for you then between like a week and 3 weeks? So you basically can only take 2 weeks off.
I think it depends, because if you have like a week off, but the week off is you haven't came back after like intense 2-3 weeks tournaments, then it's kind of fine to just prac for like 4 days, 5 days, and then go to a tournament. I think 3 weeks sometimes it's a bit too much, because well, I don't think it's too much, because obviously you'll do something good with it. You'll have a few days off. You'll have a good 2 weeks of practice, and then you'll go into the event. So you won't like let yourself practice so much. But it's on the other end, I think personally or like individually, I feel like a bit rusty sometimes when I come to a tournament and I didn't play on official for 3 weeks. I need to kind of get used to playing, and it's sometimes a bit weird. But I feel like it's always the first game. On the other end, you kind of know it happens, so you prioritize that game. You try to be an extra, like you try to bring extra energy and just see how it is. But it's I think if you're 2 weeks, it's fine. But if you're 3 weeks away, like if you play the tournament, then 3 weeks off, and then another tournament, depends where the tournament is. I feel like if it's in Europe, it's a bit easier to kind of get into the game. But I think in China, it's a bit I don't know, it's a bit different. Like you come into the game, you don't know if it's a morning game, should be easier. If it's a later game, you might be jet lagged a bit, and then you're a bit more tired. And it's so weird on this topic. But I feel like it is a bit too much 3 weeks on the personal side. On the other end, one game gets it away, even sometimes a map or a good half, and you're kind of you get back into the game.
I think the China discussion is interesting, not even talking about the tournaments themselves, but like going there and everything outside of the server, how different it is, because obviously, playing practice, playing FaZe, playing, deathmatch servers and all of these things kind of put you outside of your comfort zone. How is the experience outside of the stuff that's always talked about, which is obviously the fan base is huge and all of these things? How much do you need to accommodate or acclimatize to playing in China, and what's different?
I think, well, I changed my routine a bit in the last few months. In the past, I used to grind FaZe, and I used to most of my time that's playing CS other than practice and team stuff was FaZe, and I decided to change a bit and try to focus more on deathmatch and just the theory part of the game a bit more. And so it made it a bit easier, because there is that much in China, and you could still play on it, and you can watch demos from anywhere in the world. So this wasn't an issue for me. But sometimes when I used to play FaZe a lot, and we flew to a country, let's say Brazil, and in Brazil there was sometimes FaZe, sometimes there is nothing. It was a bit tough for me, that I didn't know what to do. I think the one time that was the hardest was 2023 Gamers 8 in Riyadh. We had no FaZe, no that much server, absolutely nothing. And we just decided that we'll do 2v2 aim ups, or 3v2, and you put ZywOo and someone else, and you play against the aim up. But it's a bit tough sometimes on I would say some countries it's a bit tough, that you need to kind of find your new thing that you're gonna do. On the other hand, I do believe that when you come to a tournament, you kind of like already prepared from, you did your individual prep, and you just need to stay informed, so you don't need to play as much. You could do M-bots, a little bit of them, and you just need to prepare for the games that, the semis, the quarter, you need to prepare for the game that you're going to play, but the coaches are also doing most of this work. So I feel like in tournaments, you kind of have a little bit time that you can be, you don't need to grind as much. Some players would do the opposite. Some players come to tournament and they're grinding more than they did at home, or whatever. But for me, it's a bit fine right now, because it's just I need to make sure I'm in form. I play some deathmatch, and I play some M-bots and this kind of stuff, and then prepare for the games that I'm gonna play, and then I'm fine with that. But yeah, I definitely used to run into problems with some countries that I didn't know what to do, that I kind of had so much free time that I ran into just, I don't know what to do. I play this for a bit, and I play this for a bit, and nothing satisfies me. I don't feel like I'm...
You're way too ADHD for that, man. You have to have something to do.
Yes, but I think also putting things in your schedule, like outside of the game a bit, like going to the gym, things that, our performance coach also, if we go into a tournament that possibly you can get jet lagged, it takes measures that we try to put things in the schedule against that.
So
that,
there's no
that
like
also,
afternoon nap to like fuck up the whole sleeping schedule, or does he like
well,
sit in
no,
your
no,
room like watching you is like, are you falling
Mate,
asleep?
Like what's he putting in your schedule to? As, like,
let's say when we
to
came to
avoid that?
Melbourne, I think I don't know if we came from a tournament before that or something, but we landed in Australia, and then we had I don't remember, there's some Australian game that they play there, and we went to watch that.
Like
Rugby or something?
Not that they're like their football, like Australian
Yes.
football. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure actually, but something like that. And we went to watch it for like 2-3 hours, one of the games there. And you just have fun as a team, but on behind the scenes, you kind of get like sun exposure. You get used to the new time zone. You get some food together as a team. It's like kind of a 2-3 hours experience that you just do something instead of going to sleep. And when you go back to the hotel, obviously you can go to your room and nap, but it's very recommended not to do it. And I think most of the players take it very seriously. That obviously, if someone wants to take a power nap 20 minutes and it's like 2 p.m. or 1 p.m., you can probably do that. But if it's after like 4 or 5 p.m., I think you will not do good. On the other hand, some players know themselves good. I think ZywOo, let's say, he can sleep 2 hours in the noon and sleep 10 hours more in the night. It doesn't connect.
Different, man.
Yeah. So I think it's also like individually. Jack, his name is Jack. He knows kind of like what to offer to different players, but it also starts from the travel day. Like he will tell you on which flight you're going to sleep, on which flight you're going to stay awake, on which flight you're going to do stretches a bit. It takes it seriously, and obviously we also take it seriously because it is important. But once you get to the hotel, once the tournament starts, I think things are a bit easier because ESL or Blast give you a schedule. You just follow it, build around it some things, and then it's pretty easy. So yeah.
What you were talking about your routines? Did you just change it because of some of these issues that you had in some countries, or was there a different reason behind it?
No, I played like a bot because the 118 game, against Mouse I lost so much confidence. But I was fine with it because I was still, my teammate said that I did fine in terms of the communication, this kind of stuff. And then I was, and then we kept playing some more tournaments, and I don't remember which. Yeah, so it was like 2-3 more tournaments afterwards. And those tournaments, I felt like I don't have new things. I don't have new ideas. I'm just running on the same engine that I played on in Cologne. And after we finished Triad, I was, I wanted to find myself a bit of a new thing that I could stick to. Not obviously like I'm probably gonna play FaZe before the major or after the major, or getting into form after the player break. It wasn't like something I'm setting new rules for me. It was just I'm gonna try a new thing and let's see if it works. So if I feel productive, if I feel like it helps me, and that was my kind of idea going into it. But it was just because I didn't feel like I felt like I lost I was a bit lost in the back to back because I just had no ideas as an individual. So I wanted to get some new things, and I looked at the teammate beside me, ropz, and that's something that it does. He kind of likes to, do the deathmatch, M-bots, whatever, like the individual aspect of the game this way, and is more in depth with how he wants to play. He thinks about those ideas and kind of does it. So I took a bit of inspiration from him, and took it to my place.
That's pretty nice because I did have one of the notes written down here is like inspiration/demos. Who have been the players that you've been inspired by recently? Who are you looking at in this little slump, let's call it, that you had?
Well, I think obviously ropz I took from him his little preparation baby or whatever. I think also FURIA kind of stepped up around that time as well, and it gave me a bit of like motivation to watch them because I felt like they were so productive in the game and they had so much going on that I could kind of copy a lot of ideas, but also take it to my place, how I want to play. But definitely an inspiration over there. And I think the coaching stuff in Vitality, I came to them with a lot of questions. I came to them with a lot of I feel uncomfortable in this map on this place. Could you just watch with me for an hour or two? And we would watch it for an hour or two over Discord, and you kind of get a productive feeling that you did very good things, and obviously you got ideas out of it, but you're just really excited to come to practice
And try it out.
the day after and try it out. That even if you try it out and it's shit, you're still so in the game, you're so invested, and practice could be boring as fuck sometimes. So it's nice to have like a something that builds your day into something. So I think that that kind of led me to believe that I could do that and feel so much more productive and feel so much more excited. And maybe at some point it will go away, that excitement, because it becomes like a routine to some extent. But it's definitely, it creates good discipline. Like if I keep it and I'm staying disciplined with it, it's gonna be a good habit to have. So I think there wasn't that many like individuals that inspired me to do it, but just many people that kind of like helped me build a picture around it and how to fill the schedule. And obviously, again, the performance coach steps into it as well. That he wants to. He will not tell you what to do. He'll just ask you questions and let you figure out kind of like how you want to do that thing. So you kind of really believe in it because it's something you thought about, something that you can see. But I was very open-minded that maybe it won't go well for me, and I'll have to change. But I feel like individually I've stepped up a bit in the last 2-3 months, even compared to last season. That I'm gonna stick with it for a bit and see how I add things on top of it. But I'm not sure. Yeah. So your HLTV stats are sometimes in my brain, and I hated it always when I joined the HLTV page. My firepower is really low. My firepower is like 50 something, 60. So I wanted to. So now I'm on 73, which I'm happy with. I want to get it a bit more up, but I don't know how. Like you guys, I don't know how the stat works even. But I just wanted something like shooting a bit better, this kind of stuff. And I think right now I'm reaching it, but also not because I'm shooting better, just because I have more ideas how to get myself kills, how to help the team. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
I mean, the firepower stat is out of all of these stats, like entering, opening, blah, blah, it's the only one that's like more performance based. The rest is more style. Like, are you opening? Are you closing ground? It's not necessarily how good you are. It's more like what kind of player you are. But the firepower is more or less just how much do you kill? That's pretty much it in like different. And if you open the firepower thing, then it has like some stats, and it's pretty much the stats that play a part in.
I contribute to it,
in the thing, right?
Yeah, I see now.
So you can see it's like kills per round win, damage per round win, rounds with a kill, rating 2.0. Is that?
No, this is you're looking at his whole career.
No, I'm looking at firepower just in general.
Yeah, but you have the whole like his whole data set. You don't have the filter.
Okay. I'm actually looking at messed out right now. So. But no, that's good. Also, I love that it's complete yapathon already, completely off the topics that I had, which is good because it doesn't really matter. I think this is more interesting anyway. I
have a question about something you said earlier, which is you mentioned that some players work harder at events than others, or like before going to events, they work harder when they're at the actual event. Is there anyone on Vitality like that?
Oh, that works harder more on an event?
Like you said
grinds a lot,
Yeah, like they grind more when they're at events, and some players don't. Is there anyone on Vitality like that?
I think ZywOo is a bit. I don't know what he does at home that much, so maybe. I think it depends. I think some players. I think it depends on the tournament. I mean, like some players would treat a certain tournament as I need to grind it a bit and I need to be more on the computer and do more stuff. And I think some players would take it differently. I think in Vitality, I think it's just a different work. Let's say Apex, like when he's at home, he's just very focused on like theory, creating new strategies and setups and thinking about what we can do better as a team and this kind of stuff. And when we get to a tournament, you have less time to do that and more time to focus like game by game. Like, okay, last few games we played like that. Now we need to change, or maybe keep it the same, or maybe do that, or do it. Like just a general idea on how to. It's more like prep on the games you have, less than just on your game. I think it's like a different hard work. On the other end, it's sometimes it is a bit less, a bit more, a bit of both worlds. I think for Vitality, it's actually pretty balanced. I think people stick to kind of what they do at home, with certain changes. If you have a really important tournament that you might grind a bit more or might be more on the computer, I think definitely a thing that some people adjust to.
Yeah, I think from what you're saying, there's two interesting things earlier when you said that practice is boring as fuck. That's
Sometimes, yeah.
That's an interesting one. I mean, can you explain that to the viewer at home, like why it can be boring? Because that's a part of the thing that they don't see, right? They see the games, but they don't see, I don't know, 6 practice games, 5-6 practice games, I guess, on a day that you have with some theory before, in between, feedback later and stuff like that. So what makes it boring, and when is it actually not boring? I think that's like the lesser part of all of the practice games you play.
I think it's going to be hard to explain it. I think last season as Vitality, we learned a lot about it, because when ropz joined the team with really productive proc and really good theories and really good many things, and then we lost Blast Bounty and we got really motivated. So then practice took a step up, took a step above, and we also were really focused. And then we won Katowice and then EPL. And I think then the practice kind of like dipped down a lot. And I think it's also motivation, but it's sometimes you're just, you're playing from home, you're playing online, so you don't really get the feeling that you have in boot camps or in tournaments that everybody's next to each other. So you lose a little bit of the excitement you have. And then you kind of do the same thing. So you play like 2 Mirage and 2 Overpass. And sometimes it gets, you play against like a certain team and they fucking play like crazy. You can't practice what you want to proc. And then you kind of get tilted on top of it. And these kind of things, but it's not an excuse, it's like you still need to make the day productive. It's still the same game. But it's just, when you do something every day, and then you have like 2 weeks of it or 3 weeks of it, and kind of trying new stuff, and those new stuff, they're good, but you can't even try them on because you want to do a certain strat on T side, but on City side, the enemy that plays against you just pushes. You can't even get into good positions. And that in official it's going to be different because you'll get to have a lot more opportunities like that. So then it gets a bit of like, you kind of feel like useless to some extent because you're 1 hour playing a game and you can't even do what you're trying to improve on. And I think when you kind of like in a good period of you play good as a team, you might dip down a bit because you kind of know like you're strong on officials and everybody brings the energy. And when you're playing bad on officials, I think then the practice becomes really efficient and productive from what I saw my experience. On the other end, if you're preparing for a major, the practice is good. You know what I mean? Like everybody's putting their time, everybody's focused on the proc, nobody's doing stupid shit before the day. But you never know because everybody's at home, so you might see your friends and you sleep a bit later and then you come and you're a bit tired in the morning. There's so many things that could change how it is. And that's why boot camps are for, to just be focused on the game. Yeah, exactly. So many things, if someone feels a bit bad, then your day might be not the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're saying makes sense. Is like if anyone is working, or even if they're studying or whatever, try to be 8 hours in a day, 5 days a week, 100% productive and locked in. Like, I don't know a single person that is possible to do this, especially if it's not, if you're not preparing, if that's not the last week before exams and stuff like that, which is in your case the last week before a major, you're just not going to be fully locked in. You're going to be like, I'm going to do like maybe 2 hours and then I'm going to be on TikTok a bit, then I'm going to look some YouTube video, then I'm going to go for a walk. It's just like you're not, I mean, it's impossible to be that.
It's that, and then you add on top that, if you were studying and then you're studying with someone and every now and then they just decided to, like throw your book out the window. The other team's just trolling your practices or they're trying to practice, CT aggro or whatever. Then it's really changes the way that you can practice. Well.
And also the players with you, you know, if Apex wakes up and, you know, it didn't get the best sleep and he has you know, he woke up in the morning, his fucking neighbor started drilling in the wall and you get tilted, then you might have someone in the prac that's a bit more tired, a bit less energetic, and that could also affect a lot. And sometimes, you know, you run into days that 3 or 4 people are a bit more sleepy than usual or a bit more, you know, they have something going on and you're still trying to make the most out of it and you're still trying to do the best. And sometimes the coach's job is to watch a prac and like not even care about how we play, but just a bit, guys, let's try to do that. Let's try to be more productive. And I think also Apex is a lot that he's good at in those days, that we might have a day that we're off and we're not that good individually, and it will kind of change the way we practice in order to make the best out of the day, which is also good.
Who's like the worst team to practice? You can take that however you want, whether it means that you don't get a chance to really do what you want, or, you know, if they're just harder to play against in practice.
I don't know why we get bullied by Fnatic. I don't know why.
What?
We get like every time we
with Cypher or without Cypher?
I don't remember. I don't know. Everybody has different names. The most dangerous Fnatic was with Mattis. This was a lethal Fnatic. I think we got like really brutalized in some practice, but there is no team in my head right now that I'm thinking like, you know, they're annoying to play against. I just remember some things that it was tough to play against. Like it would, you know, they just fully fuck you up. And I think sometimes it's tough to play against. I'll say this, like sometimes you have a prac day and you have like two Aurora and you have, you know, one prac against FaZe and one against Mouse, and then someone is sick in FaZe and they cancel the practice, and then you have to take like a last minute prac, which might not be the best, and those pracs are the hardest because you play against 5 players, you don't even know them. Like sometimes they're really even, you know, like level 10, they're not so good, you know what I mean, but they know how to shoot and they do some crazy shit, and that might get some people in the team. But I think it's I think there isn't a team that is established and people know them that we play against and we're like, fuck, this is just useless. We have some, but it's private names. We have a blacklist.
Okay.
Yeah. but the blacklist is private and only the coach has it. I don't remember.
I wanted to ask you about, you know, while we're on the topic of practice, during your dominant like half of a year streak, how dominant were you in practice games?
Man, practice was shit. No. On the dominant season, the practice were like, I think we lost. Well, I don't know if we lost. I just felt like most of the practice within some periods were really bad. I think in the middle of the season, it was the worst because it was like, I don't think we won, but I don't think we were also that energetic and people were just tilted a bit and things like that. I think before the major, obviously it was good. Before Katowice, it was good. When the team started, it was honestly really good. But I think if you gather all the year around, I think most of the procs didn't. Maybe we won them, but we didn't try hard as we would have wanted to try hard. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't. It wasn't the best practices sometimes, but. We came to some tournaments and we said like, guys, the prep was shit. Like we cannot do that again. Like this is too much. Like 2 weeks of, you know, not being that productive and not playing the best Counter-Strike. But then you come into a tournament and you're like, you think you're not that good, but you are really good. You just needed to kind of like have a gear up and just communicate a bit more, which maybe helped us in some sense because we always got a slap in the face from the practice. I think. I remember 2 times in my career when practice was too good and it felt bad. When you're procking and you're winning everybody and it's a bit too much and you feel like everyone is easy. I think Cologne 2024 we kept practicing and I don't know, we won. We absolutely destroyed some teams and I think even Apex said like I'm too scared. Like I never won too much. When it's too good, it's a bit bad. And I think also this season we had like a period when the practices were really smooth. I don't remember if it's before the major or maybe before EPL, but you know, during the tournament, before the tournament, you're just winning everybody, no matter the name of the team. You play against, like you get to practices that you can even start trolling a bit because it's just so easy. Obviously, you don't troll and buy a bison and shoot people, but you troll your way. and I think we had some period this year, but I think it's tough to maintain those. I think you need to have like big discipline, big motivation, and as you said, it's gonna be hard if you have 3 weeks off, 3 weeks online. I will say not off. That you kind of the first week will be good, the second week will be fine, the third week might be just a bit of just people do that to not forget the strat, and you move on to the tournament.
How do you troll your way?
Well, my last
jumping every corner.
that's official even. I think the last prac we did that we trolled, we took 5 ops. On City.
It must be fun for like, imagine being like a top 30 team and you're like finally playing Vitani to prep.
Actually,
just troll you with 5 ops.
We played the train against Young Ninjas, and I was talking with their IGL, and I felt bad because I was talking with him on Twitter, and he said like he was joking about the 5 ops, but we picked 5 ops. We lost the round, but it could be 5 ops. It could be that we play some fucked up round. I think sometimes, and it's inside a bit, but we'll say everybody speak his own language, and we play around like that. And William is fucked because we're gonna understand him. The French they have their bubble, and Mr. Estonia and me are, we kind of talk to Earth, and there's nothing else. I think that's also one way, but it's not like we're trolling the prac. We'll still try to make sense of the round somehow, but it will be like a puggy round, right? So
yeah, I don't imagine you're trying to get the other person to understand what you're saying.
But weirdly enough, you kind of like, I don't know, with the French at least, you kind of know what they have to, you hear that in their voice, what they need from you.
Yeah.
But obviously, some things it's just, we don't have enough time. We need to finish the prac. Some guys are meeting, then Apex will call, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, and those 3 rounds are really aggressive and fast. But yeah, I would say that most of the time when you're not really trolling in practice, but just when it gets, too easy, and you're in the last prac of the day, people getting a bit tired.
Break how mundane it is.
Yes, exactly. You get like a practice that you enjoy a bit more.
Yeah. I wanted to ask something you mentioned about 20 minutes ago. Was about that 118, 117 train game and your confidence. How do you look on confidence and like ego and all of this that obviously plays a huge part in being a pro CS player? I mean, Zonic even spoke about it a bit. Note did a really good interview with him about having a team with like players that are obviously really good, really skilled, have an ego because they should have one, right?
Yeah.
And then balancing that with playing as a team. How, like, even you mentioned like, oh, I know my team said I did everything right in terms of like being a teammate. I just didn't get some kills, and that's kind of, that it's fine, but at the same time
it stinks. Yeah,
the numbers don't lie, right? The frag movie, you get the frag movie, you don't want that. So how do you approach that topic? Because it's a very, very complex one, even though it looks simple.
I think a lot of the time it's the coach will come and help you. The coaches I think they have to in some sense, but sometimes you'd have a shit game or a shit like tournament, and you kind of go back and watch those games, and you see the games, and you like, maybe I didn't have enough opportunities, maybe I didn't, maybe I got like, you don't want to say unlucky to yourself. You want to take the responsibility and try to get better as much as you can. But sometimes, like, you play a game and you don't have that much opportunity to play. Like, certain rounds, certain strats that are called, the enemy does the perfect things against it, and you're gonna have a shit game on scoreboard. But you did fine. You did good. And I think the one thing that I assume all of you and probably most of the fans watching, like people watching, is that when you do something and you give your best and you actually try your best, you give your best, and even when it goes like shit, you still put up energy on top and give everything you have. Even if you lose, it doesn't feel as bad. You don't regret it. You kind of feel like you took the most out of it. And I think that's something that really helps, that I could have a game that I'm doing like shit, but I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to like, every time we enter a site, I'm gonna make sure all the people that entry behind me know what they do, know where they look, know what flashes them, this kind of stuff. And then you might die, and then you see flameZ killing too, and you find happiness in that. And then you maybe lose confidence that you don't headshots, but you get a lot of confidence that you're a good teammate. And I think that gives you a lot of like belief and trust in yourself, that even if you don't do good, like you don't need to rely just on shooting. And I think the second thing that I said like before is that just go watch the game, watch what happened to you, watch why you did bad, and think to yourself like how can you improve for that. And sometimes you cannot improve from that, because like you could improve always, but it's the game didn't go your way, it was like shit. And then the second way is that you did a lot of mistakes, but then you watch it and feel really good about it, because you know that out of this game that you made so many mistakes, you improved so much. And I think that's the one thing that helps a lot. And obviously the coaches, talk with your teammates. Sometimes I think in the major I had a game against Navi that I was like 110, and I said to my teammates, like, I'm playing like shit, guys, I'm whiffing everything, but I'm actually feeling good. And that was the clip where Apex said, even though you whiff, we love you.
Yeah.
And I went on the T side and I killed like 7 in 3 rounds, I think. And then obviously you get the confidence back instantly and you feel good. But I think sometimes also sharing with your teammates, I don't know, I'm a bit stressed, I'm a bit nervous. I feel like the game doesn't go my way. Maybe I'm not playing the best. Trying to, just
be real
human.
about it.
Yeah. Be fine about it, because it's gonna happen. The best players in the world have shit games, and there's so many stats about like Michael Jordan, these kind of athletes, that they missed a lot of shots and they were not so dominant as their highlights and achievements highlight them to be. But it's part of success, losing and playing like a dog and these kind of things. They get you better. So you should take it in an open mind that you will improve. And confidence is probably the most important thing in CS, I would say. Like having courage, being confident in your game, knowing that you're capable and you can do this kind of stuff. And I think also outside of the game is a bit, it's something that's important, that you can have like a good schedule with yourself, and you give yourself, you have good habits surrounding yourself that kind of give you like, more happiness in your life, that also translates to a bit more confidence in the game, I think, for me at least. So I think all those three, but if you have a shit game, it might not be as shit as you think in most cases.
I'm kind of curious because like maybe this is a good way to talk about the Chengdu final, because you're talking about like individual confidence, but then you went into this Chengdu final and you left Ancient open. And I know that like the desk was talking about it. It was like it talked about in podcasts after. I asked fnatic about it at the media day for Rivals, and it was just like fnac's reasoning is essentially that you guys didn't want to give them the option of having 2 of their best maps of like Train and Overpass open. But to me, even that answer sounds like you guys have lost confidence in yourselves on that map. Like you would rather play a map that you've never played than a map that you think you have a 40% chance on compared to FURIA. So like there's a level of individual confidence, but then it also felt like with the way the veto went in this Chengdu final that the team kind of lost confidence in your map pool a little bit. Would you agree with that?
I think obviously our Train and Overpass, we were not the most decorated maps in the map pool as in the moment we were about to play this final. I think there was many things regarding that we talked in the prac room and we discussed kind of like as a team. I think to some extent we also wanted to be a bit ballsy, kind of to like fuck it, like we're gonna play this Ancient and see how it is. And I think we also had like a good opportunity to win them. I don't think it was a confidence matter, that we're not confident enough. Well, obviously we're not confident enough on those maps to because then we would have played it without a problem. But I think it was also like, like they ban Ancient, we ban Ancient. It could be like something that we could try to pull off this move, and we kind of planned it around. I think Rob said it in an interview how we kind of approach this as well. And as a team, we decided that's something that is gonna be the best approach to this final. And maybe it wasn't the best, maybe it was the best. But as a team, we made this decision, and we're kind of confident in it, and we were really excited to come play this Ancient. We we didn't expect it to be the first map, but we also said maybe it could be a good thing to put it out first, and then you don't have to play a fifth map when you're tired and it's gonna be ancient. But I think you look, as a team, it's confidence is a bit different as a team, because I think you're always gonna need to be confident in yourself that you're gonna be able to win whatever the enemy is gonna put you up against. On the other end, as a team, you also make decisions that kind of feel like you have more chances and gonna feel a bit better to you. And I think that's something we tried to do in that final, and it didn't go our way the first map, and also like the second and the third. On the other end, it's just like, I'm not sure how to describe that. We talked a lot about it, and we're just happy to pick it and play Ancient on a grand final. I think it was we got excited by that idea as well.
No regrets?
No.
I wanted to ask you about that final a little bit, not necessarily the ancient part, but more about how I think on all three maps there was a point where I'm sure even you thought you were probably in a good position to win all three, but you basically lost in the same way that you used to win all of these games. Like just the crucial round goes the wrong way. A couple of key decisions cost you, and on some of these things. How did it feel during or even in like reviewing the game and stuff like that? Did you still feel like you had these opportunities? Did you still feel like it was actually close?
The games were, they could have gone both ways. Like this final was like, I think we had the lead on all three maps, as you said. So we kind of felt like we didn't play the key rounds that good. We were not that aligned, and we lost clutches that we usually don't lose, and sometimes we even win. And that led to many rounds going their way, which is just Counter-Strike. Obviously, watching that after you lose it, and I don't think we also had that much time to watch it, because then you instantly go into Hong Kong and you have Tyloo game, and then you have FURIA again. But it didn't feel as bad as well as if Fallen wins a 1v2 clutch and then another guy wins a 1v2 clutch, and that's the next round after this clutch is an eco, and the next round after the second clutch is an eco again. Then you tell yourself, well, guys, look, if we play that 1v2 a bit better, we win this game, we're in a position very close to winning that game. And then you're not feeling that bad with yourself, but also you need to feel bad because, well, you lost the game. So I think to some extent, we told ourselves, like, guys, it's fine. Like, we got to the finals there, we beat Mousesports in the semis. That's a big plus. And we just need to kind of stick to our game and stick to what we believe in. Let's try to solve that overpass and try and get a bit more confidence to some extent. And not that we were not confident on overpass, they played so many overpasses that I think they were also very confident and very good on the map. And then we kind of sat in Hong Kong and we worked a lot on those maps, and eventually we beat FURIA on it. But I think when those rounds go against you, it feels a bit bad, and doesn't feel that bad in some case, because you're like, we could have won that, and that could have been the final, and we could have had another trophy this year. On the other end, it's Counter-Strike. If those situations were not a thing, then we probably wouldn't have won so many trophies this year. So
the entire first half of the year was exactly the opposite. I mean, you won all of those situations.
Yes, so we take.
Yeah.
I mean, we still lost a lot of 1v5. Not a lot of 1v5. I think this year, I think this year we are the only team that lost a 1v5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Twice. Duncan
lost it twice, or the only team that lost it at all?
No, I mean, there was more than one 1v5 this year, for sure.
Yeah.
But no.
What's the second one?
So there is Duncan, there is Jimpat, and who else?
Jimmy. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Dust 2, or am I crazy?
Dust 2.
Dust 2, right? Yeah.
So,
yeah, that one.
So we lost some.
So as an expert,
probably as there's not that many 1v5s, especially not at the top level. So
I mean, you would remember it, right? So
yeah, probably.
I think we lost, like, even the last season we lost so many clashes, so many 1v4s and stuff. But I don't know, we kind of had like a bit of we believed so much, even though someone won a 1v5 against us, that we would still like slap them in the face. And so, yeah.
I felt like in last season it also happened on slightly less important rounds, like still important rounds, obviously, but not ones where you guys were eco or double eco as well. So like, and then sometimes you would also win those ecos, whereas that didn't really happen in this last couple of stretches.
As an expert on 1v5s, especially losing them, this is an age-old HLTV question. Is it more about the player winning the 1v5 or the 5 players making mistakes? Quick answer on this one.
Well, it's when it's Donk, it's because Donk is Donk. When it's other players, it's because we're 5 bots.
I think that's fair, honestly. Honestly,
fair,
that Donk 1v5 didn't even look that bad.
We watched that. We felt like shit after losing that, but then we watched that 1v5 and we were like, okay, well, you have no chance, you have no chance, you have no chance, and then you have no chance as well. So
I feel like the 1v2, I feel like could have been played slightly better.
Yeah.
But other than that, it wasn't a horrible.
Like the first 3 were so quick and like low HP, a couple of them, right? So it's just very.
It was like the double swing out of like Rafters in Heaven wasn't even bad. It was just the fact that he insta headshotted like second guy's
off. I think it was
yeah.
Neil is overpowered. The 5 extra bullets, just insane. Nerf it.
Actually, we lost 2 1v5s to Galils as well. Yeah, actually, that's crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about just one more thing about while we're on this topic. So obviously, I mean, you've been talking this season. Maybe this is more of a question for Apex, but maybe you can answer it as well. How difficult is it to balance, like making sure you're still playing what you're playing? Because obviously you're getting really close to winning these tournaments anyway. You're just not winning some of these situations, that would just make you go the other way. How do you make sure that you don't go too far the other direction, where you're like, we have to fix things, we have to change something, because it's not working? How easy is it for you guys to convince yourself we are actually playing good, but we're just missing just that little bit?
I think it's also how you lose those games, because if you lose because you lost a lot of clutches and you lost a lot of XVX like 4v5 or 5v4, sorry, and 5v3, then you kind of like step up in this regard. Then you tell yourself, okay, well, the entry is good, like the openings are good, ZywOo is doing a good job with the op, flameZ is getting entries and it's fine, and we can have like good beginning of the rounds, and then we need to improve this kind of thing in the round, so then the practice will go into, you try not to like think, okay, I'm just bad, you think why you lost those kind of games, and then kind of know what to focus on. But I think, yeah, it's also the coaches are there to come and be like, guys, we're actually playing a good T-side, just we need to play a bit with more discipline, a little bit better in the clutches, and the games will look a bit different. Sometimes you can play a fine half, but you lost the pistol, then you lost like 0-3. They won like a really important round, and then they won another eco, and you lose like a 7-5 half, and it's not a bad half. Like you didn't get smacked, but it's not a bad Counter-Strike. You just didn't have an opportunity to win it that easily. So I think it's also them knowing kind of what to fix and what needs to be fixed, and you don't kind of have to change now the whole system or the whole game plan because one game went shit. Kind of look what went shit and try to fix that.
I want to just like do a little recap of then this whole the little China Hong Kong excursion, 2 weeks over there. Chengdu finished second. I'll just recap the results. 2-1 against Virtus Pro. That's a surprise to lose a map there, but first map of the first match of the tournament.
That was Fame alone.
He was having a good game there. Then you lost to Mouse, but then beat Lin Vision, beat G2, who didn't have Hunter, to be honest. 2-1 against Astralis, 2-1 against Mouse again. Then 3-0 against FURIA. That's been discussed quite a bit, but 3 close maps for sure. Then 2-1 beat Tyloo, 1-2 lost to FURIA, 2-1 against Spirit, and 0-2 against Falcons. Blast Rivals.
That 2-1 against Tyloo also really should have gone the other way, to be honest. Like, and I don't think flameZ would disagree. That Inferno round is just like
the 2v5.
The 2v5 is just insane.
They
honestly.
should, yeah. They gave us a bit.
A helping hand there from Tyloo. But yeah, how do you draw the line on the bottom of this? What's the how do you feel about the result of these 2 tournaments?
Obviously, we're not happy with the placements. But we are happy with the placement. Like, you know, finals and semis is not a bad thing. It's just the fashion we lost some of them. I think the Tyloo game in Blast Rivals were not happy with. The FURIA game afterwards were not so happy with Inferno per se, and Nuke we didn't play as good. But you know, we still need to be realistic with that. Some maps we're gonna be good, and some maps we're gonna be a bit better, and we're gonna show it a bit more. But there are some games that we just didn't play the game we wanted to play. Like we didn't step into the game and play good, and many things were outside of the game. If you know what I mean, like communication was not on point, these kind of things, and then you kind of run into guys that step up these kind of things. And during the tournament, you also get better. I think for us and for me, we played a lot of maps in those two tournaments, and before going to a major, playing this much maps and having this much data to prepare off and prepare on is a good thing, is a bonus in the end. Obviously, we could have grabbed one trophy and made like a semis, or maybe 2 trophies if we played a bit better, and then things would have looked a bit different, confidence-wise, I would say. But either way, I think we got out of it with a lot of knowledge. We kind of like know what we need to improve on, and we improved some of the maps we did during those 2 tournaments, even though it's hard during a tournament to improve a map in the map pool. So that's something that's a big plus. And then on the other end, we have a lot of time to rest and prepare on those games. So I think it's, in the end, maybe we're not the happiest with with Chengdu, it could have gone both ways. So we're not like, guys, we should have gotten this trophy and this kind of stuff, because also FURIA played good. And with Blast Rivals, I think Falcons did play good against us. I think we had the lead on Inferno and we lost that lead, and then on Nuke they smash us. So it's something that we need to improve. We need to improve definitely, but we also have a lot to improve on and a lot to watch. It's not that bad in the end line to the major, because if you lose 2 tournaments and you win a major, nobody's gonna remember those 2. So that's something that is also quite okay for us, I think.
Okay.
What was the main thing that you took away? Like, if you have something concrete, because I mean, teams leave tournaments are like, we have stuff we need to improve on, but like, what's the main takeaway you had?
I think during the games we kind of like knew that we need to step up the communication and the energy during the games. I think we had I wouldn't say we were tired, but I think the games we lost or almost lost, or the maps we lost, we were not there on TeamSpeak with each other. We're not being the best teammates we could be to each other, and we
heard a lot of Apex complaining about we're not listening to each other, or we're not communicating, that kind of stuff.
The thing that's the thing, that like people didn't listen to each other, people didn't trust some of the things that other did, and it's not across all the rounds in the game, but it's across like 2-3 rounds a game, and then you lose those 2-3 rounds, and you maybe get into a place where you could have lost the match, or you lost the match, or lost the map, and then you kind of feel bad about it. But I think it was more this kind of stuff, that we didn't play good as a team. We're not good teammates. The communication was not in the level that is usually the floor. It was a bit below. So I think that's the things that we worked on the most. Like the during those games, we kind of, guys, like, let's fucking come into this game and be good teammates to each other and just communicate as much as we can. And I think also the stage games, like we won EPL and there was no crowd, so also the crowd helps a bit, having the intensity in the game, and the spirit game on the stage. I think it was like a very good game for us, not because we played insane or nothing like that, but just because it was really intense and we fought. And even though we played bad and they played not played bad, but no team is peaking right now. Like no team is in their prime. It was still like a good match to kind of like fight your way through the game and win those rounds that are going to be hard and this kind of stuff. So I think it was mostly outside of the, not the headshots, not the struts, just, being good teammates, communication. That's about it.
You don't think FURIA are peaking right now?
I think FURIA obviously they're peaking right now, but I think I don't think it's like
I think you're referring to like you and Spirit, that no one between the two of you.
Spirit and Vitality, yeah.
Okay,
But-
that makes more sense. Yeah.
But I do think we are picking, but I don't think they're picking. Well, I think they're winning some halves in some games because the individuals are shining big time. But I think they're also they play really good Counter-Strike. So
Yeah, we're leading towards that. I don't know if Striker, you have anything to touch on Chengdu, or we should move on to a FURIA discussion.
I had one little thing, so maybe we can just get that out of the way. So I only noticed this, like, I think it must have been at the end of the Falcons game or something like that, because Beatrams put it up on the Blast stream. ZywOo had 30% opening rate in that tournament, which is quite a bit higher than it is usually. I think it's around 20% usually. I think you and him together had like 60% or something combined, which is insane to have between two players on the same team, to be honest. You don't really see that. Was there a reason behind that? Was ZywOo just feeling like he needed to step up, or?
I think it's gonna be tough to answer that because ZywOo is also a bit like in himself. You know, he wouldn't necessarily, but I think that, you know, just my personal opinion about it. I think that if ZywOo has like a bad week or a bad like 2 days or a bad match, he will kind of come into the next game very hungry. And if ZywOo is gonna be calling what he does and he's gonna have like those ideas, and you play a match and, you know, he's everywhere, it's because he wants to also. It's because he's calling, and I think in Hong Kong he was really very active on the TeamSpeak. He was like, guys, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. And when you have that, when a player comes and says what he wants to do, you know that he's gonna do it a bit better than if you tell, you know, your teammate to go do that, do this play. So I think in Hong Kong I felt like he had this kind of tournament that he was very hungry to prove to himself, to the world, I don't know to who and what his motivation around it, but to just that, you know, he's still a fucking insane player. Even though, you know, in Chengdu, I think he still did good and he had like a good rating. He has his own personal standards, and if he's gonna play a bit worse than that, then he's gonna have to step up for himself. And he also wants to do good for the teammates and for his team. So I think in Hong Kong, yeah, specifically for ZywOo, if he's in the game, he's gonna get kills, he's gonna get the openings, especially the openings, and he's gonna win some clutches. And I think that's the case on the stats at least.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, while we segue to the next thing, I was actually looking at your openings, because in the interview you did with Note, you're talking about, you know, the upcoming game was I think it was the FURIA or the Falcons game, and you were talking about how you're looking forward to the mid-rounding between the teams. And I was like, why is this guy talking about mid-rounding? He dies first every round. So then I went to look at, I mean, you can just watch. I guess that's also interesting.
What is that? I don't get it.
Then I went into your opening stats, and then I saw like, okay, you're taking like 28%. But what I also saw is that like your T-side opening rating for like everyone on Vitality is actually kind of low. Like it seems like the thing that you've been struggling in general quite a bit lately. But the next thing to bring up is the top comment. Did I send this to you, Lucas?
Oh, yeah.
You can share it on the screen. So yeah, top comments in partnership with Stake. What we're doing every episode is essentially looking at the comments. The highest upvoted comment from the previous episode wins a Vitality jersey, of course, our shared sponsor right here. So I have some highlights from last week. One of the things we mentioned is we wanted to get someone to draw Striker with text, and we have a few great ones. We have a few where he's drawn like a penis, which is also kind of interesting. There's
Reasonable.
also boobs. There's also boobs there. It's you just need, if it's audio only listener, you need to just witness it with your own eyes, or go to the YouTube comments to see it yourself. Just wanted to highlight some of these really good attempts. But we can go to the next page. There are some bangers here, to be honest, and a lot of them is about FURIA, and this is kind of the lead up to the FURIA discussion. Essentially, a guy saying, I can't think of a single person who dislikes Fallen. the man and his teams have shattered my team's hopes and dreams multiple times, and seeing him on top again is absolute magic. And I feel like this is a sentiment that most people share. Like, he's kind of an unhateable person. Dude has me blocked on Twitter for like 5 years. I don't take it personally. So that's from Jack from your house comment. Then also this one was a banger. Boiled twice made this comment. I'm not going to read the whole one, but he's like, not to be a vibes matter type guy. Then he's talking about the friendship of the FURIA guys. A lot of text, ending it with, I know the FURIA guys joked about Navi buying Molodoi, but I don't think he would have the same type of success in that system. Navi's player cams always look like me at my corporate job Zoom during a meeting that simply won't end. And this is actually a banger. I'm kind of sad. This guy didn't win, because it's so on point. Watching Navi sometimes, it seems very dead inside. And there's a bit of Brazilian trivia on the last comment. Still not the winning comment.
One.
To understand why
this didn't win. Okay.
No, to understand why Fallen hasn't retired yet, even 4 years after the last dance, you must understand a very Brazilian concept called saideira. It's the last drink you drink at the party before leaving, but it turns into a lot of last drinks. And when you see the party is over and you never left, and you're drunk, you drank about 15 saideiras. Great trivia, great information. Love it. Feels very on point for Fallen as well, who simply won't retire. The winner is SXM5222, who can contact us at fantasy@HLTV.org to get the jersey. It was a ropz comment. If Vitality make it to the Budapest Major Final, ropz will have attended every CS2 Major Final to date. If they go on and win, that would give ropz a 50% win rate in CS2 Majors. CS2 has only had 4 majors, including the Budapest, but still very impressive. How do you feel about that one, Flames?
Hopefully.
It's
Inshallah.
a lot of pressure on that one.
I don't think it looks at it, but actually very impressive. It's 3 finals in a row.
Pretty sick. The Spirit one was also winnable, perhaps. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
You say you don't think he looks at it. I feel like he does look at it. That's the kind of thing ropz just knows.
Yeah, but I think, I don't think you would be. That's your motivation now, but it's something cool to have behind you. It's like a nice stat to back you up. But I think obviously the focus is to win every major you could see. So if you could have 100% major win rate, you take it, even 50, even 60. But I think it's just impressive that he was in the major final, and he won only one. But obviously, it's I think for him, even though he achieved so much already, he has 2 Grand Slams, 2 majors, Katowice, Cologne twice. He has so much trophies backing him up. And he's still like 20. I think he's 25 or 26 or something. That's something that's. I like how you instantly searching.
I did, yeah. He's 25.
25. So I think it's something that obviously you would take, but it's so impressive that a guy that young has so much already, and he's still so impressive in the new game. That's wise. The achievements wise, sorry.
Quick question. You went to Estonia. You hung out there with ropz. There's the vlog that came out. Tell us one unexpected thing you found out about ropz in your stay there.
One unexpected thing.
Something that surprised you?
Anything out of character?
He's calculating what can be shared, what can't be shared.
There's many surprises about ropz. I think. I don't think so. Like, there is nothing out of his career. I didn't expect him to be such a good host. Like, I'll be honest, he's so nice. He's so giving. You know what I mean? Like, I come to his house and I feel like I'm in my home hosting him. Like he's. I don't know. Actually, I have nothing. I think also his girlfriend, they were both like amazing, but I expected them to be amazing. Like, I know them both, but when I was there for a week, there was nothing nothing out of the ordinary. It was so helpful, so nice, and I think that's also some things that people would think about him outside of the game, like just how he looks from the streams and stuff. And it wasn't anything unexpected. Obviously, there is some things I cannot share, but I cannot share them.
Did he make you breakfast?
No, but no, he didn't make me breakfast. He got me the materials I need to make breakfast. He let me try some Estonian snacks, but I don't know. Actually, it was no, man. Actually, it's such a chill week in my life that I don't even like remember that much. I think he used to buy eggs, and I used to make them, and I used to offer him eggs, and I don't think he liked the eggs. Like, I don't think he, maybe the way I made them or something, but he just took them to be nice. I think that's just what I think. I think maybe he liked them and it tasted good for him, but it wasn't. You know, I don't know if he didn't do out of the ordinary shit. He was still ropz, and the way we know him.
Imagine if he was like, yeah, the surprising thing is ropz daily drives a Toyota Prius or something.
That actually wouldn't surprise me. I'm actually surprised he just drives a Porsche around the city casually.
Well,
especially when flames come. I would get the shittiest car possible.
He actually let me drive the Porsche.
Nice.
That was unexpected.
One of the last few people who got to drive, I guess.
That was unexpected. Well, how was it? I don't know, because I was in a parking lot. I was scared to press the gas because I thought it would like launch you. So I was just driving on like 10 kilometers. I didn't drive it like, you know, properly drive it. Just let me like feel how it is. This was unexpected, but
yeah, okay.
the second thing, actually a good one. He's so famous in Estonia. Everybody knows him there. Like, it's, you know, you'd go to a mall and everybody knows. Like, he's maybe like top 10 in the country. He's like a Gordon Ramsay, you know, this kind of. Like, it's really.
Ramsay. That's a good prank.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like, you'd go in the night to the mall to just do something, everybody knows him. You'd go anywhere, everybody knows him. You'd just the car, everybody knows the car is owned by him. So
that explains a lot about how quickly that thing got leaked, man. It was just so fast.
No, but it's truly like I was, you know, like when you walk in China, you're kind of like you feel like a star as a player. You have so many fans, but it feels a bit too much because, you know, they're all gathered up in the same place. In Estonia, you feel like he's just, you know, he's just a very famous person, but he's really chill. He's in, like, you know, he doesn't want to be out in every camera, but it, you know, it was a bit fun. Like for a week, you kind of see like how many people know him, how many people appreciate CS, and it's so weird because I didn't expect that in Estonia because there is not many Estonian players. So I was dumbfounded, I think they say in English.
Good word, yeah.
Learning from Mazzy, let's go.
Full dictionary. Yeah. And I was surprised to see how many people just know him and appreciate what he does, and, you know, they know Robin. They don't call him ropz, they call him Robin. Like they actually know the guy. Impressive. Yeah.
They're tight like that. Yeah.
When you were talking about getting home from Chengdu and Hong Kong, I was gonna say it must be nice to be able to exit your door and just walk around anywhere.
Yeah, but actually they'll find there I think in China it's a bit disrespectful sometimes, I'll be honest. Like the fans could really try to be in your place. Like they really try to get close, but, you know, you don't say no to that. Like, the only reason you're a pro player and you get paid for it is because people, like, that's entertainment. But I think it's I think at least in Estonia how I felt, because, you know, they would see Robin, they would take a photo with him, and then on the way see me, and they would be, oh, you know, if you're here already, why not? but in China they would fucking push you to do something. I think it's quite chill. Like, you get maybe it gets too much if it's constant in your life, but the 1 week for me was super nice.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Let's touch on FURIA just a bit, because HLTV still has you guys #1, which is the most important ranking. Everyone knows that, but it is very close on VRS. They overtook you Even last week, I think actually you guys are third. Even Falcons ahead of you. So they obviously are on a very hot streak. What do you make of this team? What do you make of how serious contenders are they for the major?
Well, I think they're a very serious contender. I don't know how the world is gonna look at them coming to the major, like if they're favorites or, but they're for sure one of the, they're one of the favorites there. Trophy contender, that's undeniable. I do think right now they're the best team in the world. They just won back to back, and they're back to back as well. So I think they also won everybody. Like they only lost to Mouse Sports, which also then creates like even though you won 2 tournaments, you kind of still feel like you need to win Mouse Sports to become, I think, the best, because they're still a team that you haven't beat. But they won 2 tournaments. They beat Falcons, they beat us, they beat basically everybody. So I think they also deserve it. I think they're playing really good. They're winning a lot of clutches, a lot of key rounds, and that's something that sometimes you could call like picking, like honeymoonish. On the other end, I think they're also having a lot of good rounds. They're playing really well as a team, and shit is going good for them. So I think for them, that could also be like a trap a bit, coming into a major as like a favorite, even though you don't feel as established in some sense, because you've been like you won 2 tournaments. You won like 3 tournaments, but it wasn't something that it didn't win like a Katowice or a Cologne that now you have like something to hold on to. But to some extent, you still won a tournament that has all the teams that will occur in a Cologne or a Katowice. So I think they are confident, but I think it's tough because now you have 3 weeks or 4 weeks even before the major starts. So it's a bit. I don't know, not much time. 3 weeks, I think.
So a couple of weeks for you guys.
Yeah, man. For stage 1, it's 6 days.
Yeah. So I think for them it's just, obviously they're confident and they need to be confident because they're playing really good Counter-Strike and things are going well for them. But it's also going to be tough because you need to stay in this form and in this shape for 2-3 weeks, and you need to also get better because teams are now looking at you and watching exactly why you won tournaments. So you gotta be on top of that. So. Obviously they're one of the favorites, but they will need to show the blood they have. They will need to show how it's not easy to become number 1, but it's harder to stay number 1 once you get number 1. So that's the new challenge that they're facing right now. So I think we'll have to see that.
Yeah, we can actually jump into the last, not last, but one of the remaining segments we have, which is what are the odds, because it's connected to this one and it's kind of fun to do it with you, flameZ, because this is essentially, it's a question and we put numbers based on how serious we think this is going to happen. And what are the odds presented by Stake this week is, what are the odds flameZ finishes the major with a higher rating than YEKINDAR?
Wow, that's okay, but then I have a question for you. Let's say FURIA lose 0-3 in a crazy world, right?
Yeah.
But YEKINDAR was full shining, 1.6.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 1.6, because then they would have won. 1.25, and they lost.
Yeah.
I won the major. Or per se, no, actually, I will give myself like a final, okay? We got to the finals, we got to the semis. I'm on 1.15. YEKINDAR beat me.
Yeah.
Man, then that's fucked. That's a tough game. They're playing good games, those guys.
But because YEKINDAR definitely in that grand final, that nuke T side was insane. It was really unbelievable. I was watching it and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because it felt like even the observers didn't catch some of the things, because it almost didn't make sense what he was doing. Like he was in his own level of flow state, just making plays. Usually you'd get the kill here and then you'd pause and then you wait for like your 3 guys to do something and then you'd activate again. He was like, nah, I'll just keep going, and just gets 4 kills. And it's like, this doesn't even look like Counter-Strike, but okay, I guess. So that was quite insane to witness. So because of that, and because you guys play similar roles, similar, I would say, yeah, roles on the team, I thought this was an interesting one.
I think it's a bit different because I think I entry more than him, and he does more opening than me, if you know what I mean. Like
You're going to bomb sites first, and he
Yes.
just plays, first kills somewhere on the map.
Exactly. So, but I think it's, it could reward me as well because I come into a bomb site with good flashes and I get. I would say that he would probably have more rating than me. I think my rating, it could be inflated sometimes, if you know what I mean. Like it could be that if I play a good match, a good map, then I'm gonna have like a very high rating because obviously the entry has I guess it's more valuable in the 3.0. Like if you open a site and you kill 2, then the enemy saves, you basically won the run for your team. But yeah,
You guys are
tough
on
to-
exactly the same rating for the last 3 months, 112.
yeah, we're on the same.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just, I think it depends how the major goes for us and FURIA. I think it's
50-50?
I think it's a 50-50. Yeah. If he plays like he played in the final, then I probably have no chance. But you never know, huh? It could be that the final will decide who's a better rating.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I would say, can I do a draw?
Yeah, I mean 50-50 is a draw. That's,
Yeah, so 50-50.
Yeah,
put
yeah,
50-50.
okay. What do you guys think, Note?
I'm gonna base my reasoning solely on the fact that YEKINDAR does not jump around with MAC-10s quite as much as flameZ does, and I'm gonna say 66%. Oh, sorry, no, other way around. So let's go to 33%.
whatever.
Good job. Striker, you always get some good math going on. I'm curious how you
I was just gonna give flameZ the advantage because he's tend to show up in the big tournaments. It's like all the Colognes, Katowices, and stuff like that you've generally been good at. So I would give him like 60%.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm leaning. There's also, I'd take Striker's logic and add 10% because of the fact that you're on the show right now. So I have to give you that. Even though I like both of you, both as players and personalities, pretty enjoyable people to be around. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Okay. I mean, these would be the odds if people could bet. I don't think it'll be a live bet going on, but it's kind of a fun thing to follow and see how it develops throughout the tournament.
Yeah, I like how I use the Cologne logic when that's where the 118 was. But that was an outlier. Okay.
That went to my head instantly.
Yeah, but let's just wrap it up with you. We have you here a bit longer than initially expected. Left, as you said, obviously major is the last tournament. Preparation is going to be happening soon. You said a week off after these 2 weeks in China.
Can I ask about FURIA before we talk about the major?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about watching their demos a lot earlier, like near the start, and I'm wondering like how much of their CT sides are you guys studying? Because I think that's been a really big change for them. That's been probably one of their biggest improvements with the way YEKINDAR helped change that, and they've talked about that in a lot of interviews. So how much of their CT sides are you guys watching and trying to learn from or pull from?
I think it's a bit different. I think we have our own like kind of way that we approach the game, and maybe we'll take. I think individually for me, I liked watching them, so maybe I would take some of their mid round, some of their like Molodoi does a great play, and I would tell ZywOo that we could probably do that as well. But I think in some ups they have really good city sides and really good ideas in the mid round, and that's something that as a player if I'd watch, and that I feel like my upper in that situation will also do very good, or me and the fnatic in this situation would do good, then I'll take it from there. But to be honest, I feel like with most teams that I'm watching, like I could watch G2 for a while and feel the same way that they have good things going on. I think MOUZ are a great team to watch because they like they don't have a superstar, they don't have someone like who's like high on the numbers. I think Spinks is also like is doing really good lately, but overall this year they don't have a 1.3 player. So they're also a really good team to watch because I think most of the rounds they're playing as a team. They're playing really good. But for FURIA specifically, I think definitely some ups. I feel like they have really good things going on. So I would, take one or two things, maybe change them around how we're gonna do them and how we like them. But it was more like individually, not as a team. Like I like them to watch them individually to see like what some of the players do, how they put themselves in some good situations, and just take it to kind of my world.
How much of YEKINDAR did you watch? You seemed like you had a pretty good idea of what his style is like.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I don't know if there is a map we play on the same positions, me and YEKINDAR on City. I'm not sure. Maybe I just have to think about it. I'm not sure. But so I didn't watch it that much. Train on City we play the same. So that was something that I watched a bit. But he's a very active player, so it's fun to watch because I feel like I could. I like to play similar things to what he does. So from time to time I would watch him and be very, just by watching those kind of games, even if I don't copy a play or just play the game that he didn't do much moves, give me a lot of things that I can take from that game because he's still going to be active in his ways. That's just going to benefit me in the game. So I would watch him, but I would try to watch, if it makes sense, like the whole map and try to improve my like
you want to do more macro understanding, or what do you mean?
So I would like in the game to be able to, let's say we're playing a Mirage, right? And I'm playing A on Mirage. I would like to be able to bring an idea to solve a problem. Like let's say the enemy is really good on mid. I would like to have an option in my mind or a solution that how to deal with it. And I'm not gonna tell my whole team 24/7 like, guys, this is good, this is good, this is good, because it's irrelevant to them because they're focusing on their position and this kind of stuff. So I would like to watch some of those games and be like, I'd have that in my mind, and if we get into a game that I feel like this could be a useful thing, then I could call it. And it could be a 1-to-1 FURIA round or 1-to-1 any team's round, and it also could be something that I just show it to my team because it's a really good mid round, and then we do it sometimes in official or in practice. And I would not try to focus exactly on the play that YEKINDAR did and try to copy it, but more of like, if I could do something with teammates, if I could do something with the whole team, that's something that gives me a bit more, I feel a bit better about it in the game instead of like individual plays. You could have one that's good, but individual plays are they were not the recipe for success. They were not the reason we won the 8 tournaments we won, individual plays. So yeah.
Bro cooking to be an IGL in the future?
Hopefully not. No. I think it's such a hard role, but Apex does such a good job at it. So it's motivating. You would want to be a leader, like an IGL like that at that level. But yeah, you have to sacrifice a lot, and you have to be good at it. So but you never know.
Yeah, talking about the major preparation, talking about Apex, he said that he needs to work on his individual level. Himself obviously didn't really have the greatest time in Hong Kong, Chengdu. So I think he had some decent maps there individually as well. But any tips you have for him to improve individually, improve his fragging?
I'm sure he has a lot of ideas in his brain right now, but I just
stop thinking, start fragging.
I would say like if we're gonna win tournaments, then he's gonna be 115. He's gonna be fine with that, if you know what I mean. Like to some extent, also him not fragging needs to be compensated by us, because if he's not killing, he probably gives a lot of space and this kind of stuff. On the other end, if it's individual, like if he feels, and I'm not talking specifically about Apex, but any player, if you feel like you're not shooting good and you're whiffing or you're missing a lot of headshots, then yeah, the basics sometimes are good. Just go into a deathmatch server and try to sort it out. But or try to look at how you play in some of your positions. If you're not putting yourself in a good position, it also goes like that. But I'm sure Dan has some good ideas in his mind how to get a bit more frags.
Yeah, we have a refrag trial going on. Refrag GG / HLTV. I think HLTV or HLTV confirmed. 1 week for free if he wants to check it out. It's good.
We're
But
full grinding on refrag. We're full.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Actually, genuinely, we like I fucking like refrag. I think it's you get a bit more out of it than the deathmatch embots. I think it's and I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just saying this.
There we go.
Not Vitality enough.
That's the best ad you could have.
We are,
Yeah.
but I still think it's really good. I'm still dog shit though, but not comparable. Just last words. Bootcamp coming for you guys, and what's the plan going to the major?
Well, right now we have a week off, a week to kind of like settle, take it easy a bit. Think about how we want to play the game. It's not a week off to chill. It's a week off for the major to rest and kind of like prepare to grind. Then it's about grinding, putting ourselves in a good situation, playing really good practices. I think also kind of looking back at what worked out for us this season, not last season necessarily, but this season, and imitating it and doing a bit more of it, and maybe a little bit of last season as well, like some things that we did outside of the game that benefited us. And I think once you come to the major, it's like the war begins to some extent. Like you have no time to stop grinding. You have to, I don't know how many days are the major, probably like 10 or 9. You have to give the best in those 10 or 9 days. You don't care about, if you're burned out at the end of the major, that's fucking fine. Like, what I mean? Just do your best, give your best, and you'll be okay. So I think it's just about taking a bit of time off, rest, having good rest, and pushing the gas a bit more.
What's the difference between chilling to prepare to grind and just chilling?
I think if you're chilling, it's like you could go on a vacation now and your head is kind of like somewhere else than CS. And I think this week that I'm having right now, I'm still prioritizing the habits that are going to be, in the player break after the major, I went to New York, full time off, enjoy, didn't put my mind into CS at all. Still you have CS in your brain.
And everything.
Yeah,
fine. Yeah, sure.
Trying not to do that, but trying to fucking enjoy, like fuck CS. And this week off right now is just, for me, it's like kind of like acquiring more motivation, and also like, still going to the gym. Still, when I'm in New York for a week off, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not, not doing any of those kind of stuff. Right now, I'm still like, this week I need to kind of like maintain to a good sleeping schedule. Like, I need to fucking kill the jet lag as fast as I can. Maybe watch a bit of those like, I don't know, like some YouTube videos that are like, those vlogs from last year that we won from last season, that we won some tournaments, and kind of get motivated by them. Because I think this is also, well, I'm going back 1 hour, but you asked about the confidence, Prof, before that. And I think watching those vlogs of other teams or your team sometimes is like those ESL field of view, those kind of videos, they're really fucking
hype.
Yeah. I think Vitality are also making a documentary of last season. I also think, I don't know if I can say it as well. Hopefully.
Do like that.
So, but I think they're making this. I don't know if it will release before or after the major, but this kind of like videos, hopefully. It's bad that I said it. I will check my WhatsApp soon. I think
it's good. It's a teaser, natural marketing, guerrilla marketing, all of these things.
But it's interesting that you say he's not even showing his face anymore. He's like...
I'm checking what my boss wrote to me on WhatsApp. Okay, my boss is he says it's okay. Says it's fine.
There we go.
But yeah, it's interesting that you're watching those vlogs, because when you said that you're taking this week off to like get more motivation, I was gonna ask, like, how do you get more motivation? Is it that kind of stuff then? Just watching back like the winning vlogs from you and from other teams?
I would say it's just like sticking to your discipline and thinking about the game still. So not putting your mind outside of the game, like watching a bit of Counter-Strike, watching the games you lost, thinking what you could have done better. and then the confidence part is, I don't know, like kind of getting inspired by those kind of videos of Counter-Strike teams, you know, Spirit winning Cologne vlog. You know, I've watched this video, but I'm just gonna give it another watch when I have so much free time that I can do so much. And then, you know, shifting it a bit towards the end of the week, that I will be more involved in the game, that I will be more getting into that much. It's just about like, I wanna take this week to kind of rest and then learn what I could have done better, and then come into next week already really prepared, like having 3-4 days that I know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna work on, what I'm gonna exactly be doing. And that's kind of about it. I'm not gonna go to you know, Saloniki for the weekend and get drunk. I don't know, like whatever it is, just
Party
because
time.
just because I, you know, I'll have this time after the player break, after the major, I mean. So it's just about like taking it easy, and obviously, as you are hitting it notes, but you're in a bit harder position to kill the jet lag as fast as I can and get on track really quick and as fast as I can. And I think that's something that you know, even though we have a week off, it's not a week off. That you're still gonna talk with your performance coach. You're gonna the coaches are still gonna ask you questions about the game that to prepare for next week. You're still gonna have to do a lot more things regarding the game, but just you'll have more time to yourself. You'll have more time to fucking go to a dentist. I don't know what you need to do and solve those out. So yeah.
Keep your teeth healthy. Some would say
No,
floss.
yes, but
water pick.
I have last words, guys. I want to know, what does the chat and you guys think, and I know what you think, Prof, about the goatee. But this little
I thought it makes you look
hair.
somehow it makes you look younger.
Younger
I don't know
than
why,
what?
but it
the
makes you look
beard or
younger.
the?
No, even the goatee. I think honestly, it looks. Most people can't pull off a goatee. I feel like you kind of do.
But
You know,
it's giving kind of like a little devilish vibe, like a, you know, but like a like a cool Lucifer, you know, energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my girlfriend. You know, she chose this.
Then it's the best idea ever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, it is. But I'll be honest, because I had a full beard. Sorry, not full, but you know, I had a beard. I tried to have it full, but it's so fucking shit. I don't know. It feels like high maintenance, but and also doesn't feel satisfying. I don't know. It just feel like shit. The no beard, I feel like a fucking child. The mustache feels good, but I feel like a bit like I live in a movie. And then she came up with the idea that the goatee, and man, I was a bit. I don't know if it's a good one. I don't think it's, but actually it's.
I think objectively, goatee is bad. But you're a handsome guy, so you can pull. Like if you had the worst idea ever, it would still look good. You know, it's kind of like those Hollywood stars being like, "Oh, look at him! This is the new trend of the summer." It's like everyone tries it, looks like shit. It's like, okay, it's just him. Actually, it's just him.
But
so
why is goatee bad?
I don't know.
What's the science?
The science is it's not good. That's the science. But look, you pull it off. You pull it off. It's nice.
Yeah. It makes you look like a musketeer.
Yes,
which is a good thing.
Yes, you need that.
That's why I called you. Like I came up with these little titles for everybody. I always do that every week. I called you hair clip musketeer because of the goatee.
And the hair clip is also full clutch. The hair clip is, my hair is so long that right now that it goes on the forehead, and when you play with those ESL headset, it's, you know, I get my fucking hair on my head like that, and I hate it because it interrupts with my CS. And I'm not gonna go to a Chinese barber because I'm fucking like, I don't know how to talk with. Yeah, it's fucking scary. Like you don't know. It doesn't communicate. Like I don't know how to tell him like do that, and so you're just gonna have to stick with it. And then the hairpin is also a girlfriend solution to just put the hair away. And people thought it was nice, but I was just it was to play better. Yeah.
You should share one with Maladay, because Joseph has this picture of him
I
walking out
saw
on
him.
stage, Yeah, well, Josip has this picture, took like a burst of pictures of him walking out on stage, and you literally see in the burst, he's like blowing his hair up out of his face. And you watch the player cams, and he's actively doing it too. So maybe he needs some of these tips.
Yeah, hair is a tough one. You guys are a bit older, so maybe you figured out what to do with your hair. But I think
Note has some plans. I pulled off some moves. Striker is the same. Striker has.
I've had the same for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to say I did shave like a couple of weeks ago. I just shaved it all off, and I didn't tell my girlfriend. Let's just say it wasn't taken well. It wasn't taken well.
You can't do that. You should know. You're old enough to know that that's.
Yeah.
Awful.
There were tears. I will say that.
You went basket not long ago, no, Prof?
Yeah, because I did a transplant.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you fucking liar.
I did it in September.
did.
I did it in September, bro.
Really?
That's why last award show I had like short hair because it was just growing out.
Wow, I didn't know. So okay.
Yeah. But the buzz cut's actually pretty good. It works. So now I'm not scared anymore. I'll just be a hooligan if shit goes bad again. I'll just be that. Adidas track with full Balkan vibes. It's kind of worked pretty nice.
Oh well, good to know. I didn't know this.
There we go. If you need recommendations, I have a great lady in Croatia. Maybe I can get discount. Who knows?
I talked with Winston Churchill. I call him Little Sponge.
Birchall. Yeah.
I call him Churchill, and he told me the recovery procedure, and no way. Did you have to sleep 2 weeks sitting?
Yeah.
And that's anyway.
10 days. Yeah.
10 days. Okay. I don't know.
Man.
I would. I'm saying this.
I slept. It was not as bad as you would think, actually. And I just played Elden Ring all the time. Like I would just wait. I would sleep like 4 or 5 hours, and I'd sleep on the couch, and then I'd just wake up and play Elden Ring. And my girlfriend would sleep in the bed. And
you know what I want to do? I want to do the eye laser. I want to get rid of my
LASIK.
glasses. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that too.
Yeah, but I think
Getting annoying.
My brother just had one, and I think it's I don't know. It's an attractive surgery. But I said it to ropz, and ropz told me maybe you should do it in the end of your career, which is also pretty smart.
Yeah, something. Yeah, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the glasses are.
Surgery nowadays, though. I think
it is safe. It is safe. But just maybe you're gonna do that in 22, and by 27 you already fucked up your eyes again because you're playing CS too much.
Yeah.
So maybe it's worth to do it a bit later. But I don't know. I think the hair transplant. It sounds fucking terrifying.
No, I mean it's not that bad. It doesn't even hurt that much, and it's nothing bad can happen. So
it doesn't hurt. Okay, that much, yeah.
No.
But,
we need to run ads. Lucas will kill me. I told him we'll run it like 15 minutes ago. So goodbye, or you're staying until the end.
How many ads are you gonna do?
Like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and then we have 15 minutes to go.
Well, I guess I will think about it in those 2 minutes.
Okay, let's run the ads. Let's run the ads.
Ever wanted to try refrag? Well, now you can. For the viewers of HLTV Confirmed, you can claim a 1-week free trial for the world's best CS2 training platform, letting you try out all of our features, like the refrag coach, which will analyze your games and give you a personalized training plan. You can also try out Challenger, an all-new game mode, which will test your retake abilities in realistic in-game scenarios. Try refrag today for free using the link in the description.
You're a CS player and you won a major. It's not something people can take away from you, you know?
No matter what would have happened in that tournament, I'm glad I got benched.
It's just hard, you know, like when I look back at this image, all I see is that I failed.
When Device decided to quit the team, that was like the nail in the coffin.
Okay, this is where I want to be, this is where my place should be.
You know, if I could trade in all the trophies to just have my father back, that would be a fair trade.
Thank you for sticking with us. Before we continue, quick word from our sponsor, Stake. For new customers joining Stake, there's a weekly reload, $35 across a week. All you need to do is message support with code HLTV, and there's more details in the description. Anyway, back to the show. I was telling Note that we can hook them up with refrag codes. that's completely doable. Sorry, I didn't do that already, but you also weren't at the show, so now you are. You earned your right, right of passage. So to finish the show, let's just talk about the major a bit. Lucas, whenever you have time to bring up the pick'ems from HLTV, you can do the pick'ems obviously on HLTV as every year, and you can sync them via Steam with your account if you don't have access to CS. I think you need to buy the pack before. I know nothing about skins.
You can set it without having the pass, but then you need the pass to get the
win
medal or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. While we wait for that, just want to say we have a bunch of cool content. People maybe saw the career pictures video that we had as the ad. The pre-one went out a few days ago. I think the reception has been pretty nice. Views are like okay, but the comments, people are crying in comments. It's the best thing ever. It's kind of confusing how YouTube works sometimes. If people really like the thing, how aren't more people seeing it? Who knows? Shocks is coming next, and Kenny S is also up there. And yeah, we have a bunch of major features coming out. But let's talk about the pick'ems. We have flameZ here still. He refuses to leave. So
you guys told me 2 minutes to think. It wasn't 2 minutes. You peer pressured me in this minute.
Let's say we did that. Stage 1 is the first stage of the major. 16 teams, 8 team advancing. We need to pick 8 teams to advance, including 2 to go 3-0, 2 to go 0-3. We have FaZe in this part of the major, which is still a surprise to kind of see, even though I watched them play and they have been quite bad in certain moments. So the full team list is FaZe, Gamer Legion, NIP, Bait, PARIVISION, fnatic, Legacy, Imperial, NRG, M80, Fluxo, Red Canids, Linvision, Huns, FlyQuest, and Rare Atom. Where are we starting, Flames?
Top left, always.
Top left?
Yeah.
Legacy?
The Brazilians are dangerous, mate. They fucked up a streak that I used to have. I think.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think out of respect, 3-0.
That's a good one. The Brazilians will love that one.
Yeah. Now I think FaZe also 3-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I disagree with that, to be honest.
I also disagree with that.
They'll advance, but barely.
Yeah?
Yeah, they've been struggling a lot.
Opening games.
They have some time to practice. They're getting ready. FaZe in the majors. Mate,
They are playing Linvision first game. Also, yeah, the best of ones to start still are a thing.
That is the best game for them to lose, by the way. Honestly,
it's studio. All the matches are studio.
I think until stage 1, stage 2 is studio, stage 3 has a small crowd.
Okay, guys. So
the thing is,
the whole thing is studio. Has a crowd.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's for
the whole
Cologne.
thing has a crowd.
I think that's for Cologne.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Cologne. That's why. Yep.
Okay, so I don't know. Guys, you're the experts in this type of shit.
We're just adding the facts, and you're making the decision.
It's your pick.
FaZe qualify. Okay, so Legacy 3-0. That's the thing that while I'm seeing the teams, I feel like many teams should go 3-0, but it doesn't make sense. So FaZe qualify. We just give that to them. Bait, I feel like Bait are really good in those best of ones. They make those. They make those usually, no? They did like a 3-0.
There was a 2-0 to 2-3 run from Bait once upon a time.
Yeah, and imagine they won that best of 3. Then you're talking. I feel like fnatic as well could. Okay, let's start with Bait. Do you think Bait are making it?
In this team list,
I put them 3-0. I put them 3-0 because I think they're the kind of team that would come into the major and just win the 2 BO1s and have the form to win the BO3 as well. Like the last major, they played pretty well as well. And these teams, I think they're able to do that against.
I'm with you. Bait 3-0. Okay. I'm happy with that. Actually. Now, who is the next team? I don't see the logo. It's full blurry.
It's Gamer
Legion. Oh, this is a tough one. They should qualify. Envision. Striker, opinion?
Ooh. I've gotten stung by Chinese teams a lot of the times in the past, so I'm withdrawing from this decision.
Is there some murmurs that they're not gonna? Is there something standing?
That's rare item.
Okay. What is this?
That's the
Malin Vision.
Marek guy is not playing.
Oh yeah.
Is not playing apparently.
Okay, so we put Lin Vision on the side for now. Fnatic surely making it, right?
Your demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're making it. PARIVISION. Check the roster.
It's James.
James
Nota,
this one?
Nota.
whatever. I can.
Yeah.
Beltranok. Yeah, there you go. That's the last one.
I haven't seen them play almost
I
at all.
also don't remember the last time I actually saw them play.
I
Actually,
think they won an event recently.
They won 2 events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they won Gentlemates. We didn't do that. They won. They won.
They beat Simple.
Yeah, they did beat Simple actually.
Yeah, they won
Simple
Majestic
Electronic.
Land 3 and Galaxy Battle Phase
So
4.
for now, we put PARIVISION on the side as well. M80. M80
Another
informed.
team I
That's the
haven't
question.
seen for like fucking 3 months.
They just lost the Philadelphia final
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
NRG, but it was like 2-0 for them, and then they got reverse swept.
I think they will make it. I think they will make it. Imperial. Actually, man, I'm fucking stupid or what? I don't know. Imperial are also good.
NRG.
Okay.
So Energy did well. I mean, you're probably saying it because they took a map off you, right?
Oh, Imperial?
No, M80.
M80. No, M80, I just feel like. Actually, if we look at the other teams, they're also impressive. It's
I'm actually struggling to come up with 8 names that I would be confident in this stage, to be honest,
Yeah.
because everybody's got a lot of.
We gotta be
caveats.
ballsy. We gotta be ballsy here. So, look, we're gonna put M8003.
Ooh,
Turn around.
a big turnaround.
Quite the
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah, quite a switch. 03. You're fine, Lucas. Imperial. We keep them on the side for now. NIP are a topic we have to talk about. Energy as
Yeah.
well. Energy are there. What is Energy up to? Well,
They just won
Energy.
the Philadelphia, no?
Yeah.
They did the 0-2 to 3-2 reverse sweep in the grand final against M80.
Yeah.
I don't think Energy are making it. So where can we put them? Did they just stay there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. NIP. I need your help on this one.
It's rough, but yeah.
They should.
I
right?
think
But,
I would be very disappointed, but that would be new. I get disappointed all the time.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like every pick'ems, every major, the first stages are like you see so many big names and they are all fucking last
They
places.
struggle. Yeah, sometimes.
So
But it's also
But-
IP just haven't looked that good. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I thought they'd be good. They're just not.
I mean, I think with the amount of time they have before this event, they have to make it
Yeah.
past this stage. Surely, that's the thing.
I mean, the
No more newborn
Budapest,
babies.
the Budapest that they played, right? Exist wasn't there, and Snappy just came in. He wasn't even supposed to be
Bucharest,
there.
I mean, right?
Yeah, did I say Budapest?
but
Yeah.
Starladder was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Starladder was good. That got
Yeah.
them the spot. So I think I mean, half of these teams, I think,
They should
really
make
bad.
it out in this competition. Yeah, I just saw them in Bucharest just bomb, so I'm just a bit of a recency bias. Do we put the Huns on 0-3? What do you think, flameZ?
Who is the Huns? The Mongolian?
That's the one.
Great
The Huns.
question.
Bartak. No, it's Mezinho brother. I
Which
think.
means
Which means we have to be
It's in
biased
his
here.
blood.
We have to make them. Mezinho is one of my favorite players, so they go through. We give it to them. And who do you have? Who's the
That's out there. Yeah,
Who's the bottom right?
it's Red Canids.
Red Canids. Colzera is playing there still?
No,
no, and
Red
neither is
Can-
any.
the drop
Oh.
Kawa's history, Venom's
they-
there, Che.
There's so many Brazilians. So many Brazilian teams here. But I think Red Canids want to make it. In Legacy, I'm confident with them. Imperial, I don't think they will make it. PARIVISION. FlyQuest is also.
We didn't discuss them. I want to hear thoughts? I mean, they should definitely be in discussion to go through.
I mean, FlyQuest is interesting as well because it seems like after they put Azure in as coach, they changed a bunch of positions for a few players, and they've actually been playing better overall. They are an interesting one in this, I think.
I think they're good. I actually think they're decent. Like they're playing good. And we also trust Justin. So yeah, they go through. Yeah. To be honest, I think it's a shit pick 'em, guys. But I don't know how to get it better.
There's
It's
one
not
more
easy,
spot.
Honestly, it is really
One
not
more
easy
spot.
to pick.
Who is the purple team?
Rare Atom.
Rare Atom. Well, purple team is in the red.
There we go.
Let me see the roster as well. Rare Atom.
I think that.
No, mate.
That
Gaza.
they're gonna have a stand-in though.
They could be 3-0, guys. This Child King has fucked me up once in a tournament. Wings up, yeah, against the OG. Man, that's a dangerous guy. Look, I'll show you. Look in I sent you in TeamSpeak.
I see.
This Child King is
Oh my god, I remember this game.
supposed to be reckoned with. I don't know about this actually, guys. Atom could be a dangerous.
I remember this is OG versus Wings Up Melbourne, and just this Wings Up lineup: Child King, Gas, just a guy just called Martin.
It's funny how there's a Marek, and there's
Bingo.
a Martin in China.
Bingo and Lan. It's just insane names, and you guys flew all the way to Australia to lose to them.
But we're full. Look at the roster. Prof, you know what I would have said on that roster? Full troll.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Neofrag, Fiku, Dexter, Flames. I feel like Nexa literally lost not 10 years and like 50 IQ trying to keep up with what was going on this server. Like, I think the TeamSpeak was full word I can't say.
Man, my English became so shit after this roster. Before this roster, I could have probably did a speech in the UN. After this roster, I need a teacher. But so Child King, I think is good. But Child King, I'm looking at his form right now. Child King hasn't been a king anymore. Well, he's still a king, but not,
Child Prince.
But
Like,
okay, China is just weird though because you have players who play there that just have weird stats, like not kind of middle of the board stats, but then they go and play international events, and sometimes they're just insane. So you take a look at Controllers, for example. When everyone was talking about him coming into Mongols, they were like, "Oh, he's like 1.02, whatever, not playing well." But when I watched him in Austin, and actually watched the matches, he was good. So I kind of thought he would be better than people thought he was, and he was fine in Chengdu. So I feel like some of the stats can be misleading.
I think just pro tip is always to put some like Brazilian teams or American teams in the O3. That's always that the Asian ones always surprise. That's just how it is. They always get at least one win. So
you're telling me to put an Imperial basically, or Red Canids or
Red Canids. I haven't seen play.
I think Red Canids are probably a pretty good shout. Yeah.
Okay, so we stick with your.
If it's not the Huns, then I would do Red Canids.
You're saying my brother, my senior brother, is not winning this major.
I think they're the worst team at the tournament.
Okay, so put them somewhere else. But
you don't have to take my advice. This is your
I take your
pick.
advice. Actually, I never done pick 'em, so I'm fucking doing your advice now.
Seriously?
So actually, I never done it in the game. But so actually, I think the Huns, we just put them not to qualify because we listen to Prof. The Asian teams, big surprise sometimes. And now, who makes it? So we have PARIVISION. Actually, PARIVISION are a good case, I think. They've been good form.
Yeah, a lot of rookies there.
Yeah.
Still, but I think it's 3 rookies there.
It's too good. It's too good to happen. Look,
it's
you think FaZe, Gamer Legion, fnatic, Nipper, someone has to flop.
Yes. It's too mathematical right now.
Yeah.
I like it. I like one like a little bit to the side. It's good.
But do we have one to the side? Or we?
I have basically the same pick'ems as this, except I had swapped Gamer Legion for NRG, and I had PARIVISION making it.
What the fuck?
Do you think Gamer Legion are losing at 0-3?
No. I just
in
don't
like
think they're
stage 1.
qualifying.
Okay. Sorry.
That's still crazy.
I think
That is,
Yeah, as you guys said, there needs to be one crazy.
there needs to be one crazy one.
pick.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
I've
not too
also gone with
crazy
that.
to happen. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
would expect FaZe to not qualify more than Game Religion not qualifying, if it makes sense. Like if someone flops hard. I think Game Religion are kind of like in the level that they're not playing against, like they're not fully favorites, but they're better than the other teams. They're comfortable playing. Actually, if someone flops here, I feel like it's Nip.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see it.
Okay, finish it. Add one guy.
So
Add one team.
PARIVISION wins. Yeah, PARIVISION. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
This is it.
good.
Wait, so you're keeping Nip though?
Yeah, they have an Israeli assistant coach, friend of mine, so I prefer having least problems in my life. So
Fair enough.
Awesome.
this is the. You fuck with this one, Prof?
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
We'll see. I didn't have the greatest success with my pick'ems ever in life, so I don't know if I should give you any advice, but I think it's good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
We'll see what the community says. I actually didn't see a lot of pick'ems out yet somehow. I don't know what's going on.
Love to do mine.
And this is the last question I have from my side. What the fuck is going on with the signature? What is happening?
Then fuck Valve. Baby. Do you have the paper of the
Oh.
signature? Okay, guys. Tell you what the fuck happened.
HLTV exclusive, full screen.
So-
Lucas,
so-
let's go.
Nothing? No, Nagila. Wait. So I did the new sticker. I had the new sticker for this major, and last minute Valve is saying no, and you cannot change it. And I'm like, guys, what the fuck? This ain't the sticker that I want to have. Now, I was already thinking in my mind, I made one sticker for the major, my wall sticker. I won the major. I got 2 stickers that look like shit. Now, if I win this major, and Vitality are in good form, we have a good year, then it could be in some world the last major I win, and I have fucking 2 champion stickers that are fucking. You'd prefer to. So I did apply a different sticker, but they said no, and you're gonna take the other one. I told them, please take Paris, please, just something else, like. But nothing. So I was. I'm very sad. I'm very sad that happened, but at least Kyosuke is competitive.
Yeah.
Like it's there's a bit of
Wait, why is Kyosuke's
Yeah,
I have
it's-
to check it.
KSK. It.
so
Someone said it looks like he was holding a crayon with 2 hands, and I think it's on point.
Wait, I'll have to find it. It's. I haven't seen it.
You don't have your new sticker?
They're Falcons, right?
my girlfriend is looking for it, but I can probably show you a photo on my phone, but I'm not sure. But it looks way better. There is a flame on the M. It's like it's
Can't look
decorated.
worse.
My last sticker, why it's so shit? It's because Valve was asking, Valve was telling the players that they need to record themselves doing the sticker, and I couldn't find a way in my old house that I used to live to have a fucking camera on top of me when I'm drawing on a table. I didn't have someone in my house to hold the camera, so I decided to put. So this is Secret Lab chair. I took the chair. I put the webcam I have on the monitor, aiming towards the chair. I went like on the ground, and I signed it on the chair with a pen. So it's full shit. It's the pen, horrible font. It's really small, and then on the other end, the signature itself came out like so bad because the paper used to get back
it's
into
folding,
the chair.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the sticker is. I was very sad with it, and that's just my next sticker. So I fucked it up, and I gotta pay karma for it. But you saw the Kyosuke sticker?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So yeah, Kyosuke is at least. I don't think it's. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think mine is worse. I'll be honest with you, but.
I think it is. It
Yeah.
is. I
But
don't really
actually-
care about stickers, but it's just ridiculously ugly. It's
Yes,
great. I love it.
It is
I think I
ugly, but-
hate Nico's more, to be honest. Now that I'm
Nico?
looking at it, yeah, I think Nico's shit too.
Oh, Nico. Why he has a scope?
This is
He shouldn't.
fine.
Not even the scope. It's about the K. It doesn't even look like a K.
It's a bit too try hard, in my opinion. Don't
But-
like that.
But I think it's I think oh, okay, guys, I have it here. So hopefully it's not too bad. Did good?
Okay.
Honestly, pretty
And
simple.
you could. Okay.
Can you do that in 10 seconds?
Oh, we need to negotiate with Valve like 12, 15. You know, there is a room for.
I feel like I'm on Valve's sides on this. I don't think you can write that. I don't think you can write that in a
No, no.
reasonable amount of time.
But
Show
the
me.
thing is,
Okay. When we're at the major, if I'm there, I will have you show me how you write that on a paper, and then I'll take it to Valve.
nah, look, listen. The basic was basic, but then the Z I had to put a bit more attention to, because if you can see, I don't see it's here. It's the Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
So this. So I think Valve should change the rules a bit, because let's say I'm in a signing session. Who says I'm not signing 20 seconds per person? You know what I mean? Like, why do I need 5 seconds? I could be a player that really wants to invest time in my fans and give them the best signature I can. And, you know, there was a few major where I worked hard for them, and I signed a lot of stickers before. Like I worked on my signatures beforehand, and then Valve thinks I'm fucking messing around. I'm not happy with that, you know.
I'm sure there's a video somewhere out there where you were like in an autograph session in China, and let's see
yes.
if you were.
No,
let's
but
see if you were signing that way.
there is no, but in China I did a different sticker that I also liked. Yeah, I checked my sticker in China is actually good. I like this one, but it was a big time grind. I did so every team was allowed 3 papers. I did 14. Every player was allowed 3. But you know, you talk a bit with the player manager, you talk a bit with the player admins, a bit with the people on the side. You make them let you go with a bit more than 3. But look, it's just, you know, it's legacy, those stickers. You want to do the best, right?
It's fair. It's
Right now-
understandable completely. Yeah.
Right now I have a sticker on the game that looks like my fucking, yeah, I don't even know who could write that shit. You know, it's
Like a dog, perhaps.
yeah, my dog would probably done better, but I don't know, man. I'm holding a pen like a fucking idiot. You know, I don't even have one here, but it's like for a while in school I was holding the pen like, you know, you usually hold it with the fingers. I was holding it like
Yeah.
with the fist. It's just not my thing, mate. It's just they need to give me something else to write on.
You were actually holding it like the crayon, basically.
Well, for a while. I don't know why it was a thing when I was like younger, yeah. But I don't know, man. Signature is tough. It's really tough, and you know, I had a signing session in Hong Kong, and I was fucking tired, and you know, I don't know if I should say it or not, or people will view me bad this way, but like sometimes I would sign for 1 hour, and after like 20 minutes, when I forget which letters are where, and you know, it's a full mess. You know, I start with the A, then I end with the M, and then I like there's so many signatures that it's I don't know. It's just not. I'm not so focused on it. I don't know. Like if I'm signing and Zai will say something to my left, then my sign changes. You know, my signature changes. So it's just. I don't know. I need to full focus before I'm doing a signing session. But for this major, because my last sticker was shit, I was planning to get a fucking, you know, bomb. I was planning to get the bomb. This major is my sticker, like one of the best ones. And they said no, and now I have this same ugly sticker again. So what can I do, Prof? Please be my agent.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it when we talk to Valve next time. Actually, I can't. Like, what you showed me is impossible that they would approve that. But we can work together to craft.
I don't think I applied this exact one, but I was just like, it was the way. Probably did apply this one, but yeah, but they should give a bit of room to, you know, like. I feel like they should give you a bit like a 2-week period, right? Like if you sign one, they don't like it, they tell you, you change, you kind of twist, they tell you, okay, this flame is too much.
How long do they give you?
But I didn't feel like I had time. I felt like I got the surprise, you know, like a phone call, like do that now, and that's. But I think it was it wasn't that they didn't give me time, but they just replied so late. You know, they gave me like a week. I sent them after like a few days, and then
Nothing.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't put me in problems with Valve. But you know,
What
next
can
sticker,
they do to you?
I don't know.
What can they do to
Next
you?
time they don't even ask me which sticker I want. I'm stuck with that one.
I wanted to
But-
say they'll just put like a font, flames, and like Arial, but that would actually be better than what you have now.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a
No, but,
punishment.
It would
Okay.
also be against the rules, so you
They're,
can't do that.
they're taking the piss a bit, Valve, because in their how to do the stickers, they're telling you to put it with a marker, not with a pen.
Mhm.
I did it with a pen. Why they accept this? They should help me. So I was sending the sticker and I was hoping maybe one of the designers could twist it a bit. Nothing, mate. They full fucked me up.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We need to wrap up. I mean, I can leave. flameZ, you can take over for another half hour if you want. But no, need to pack. Need to get some stuff done. It was a very, very enjoyable episode. A lot of yapping. Hope people at home enjoy it too. Yeah, don't wanna keep it going for too long. Do you have any final thoughts, flames, before we close the show?
I have nothing, my friend.
Thank you. Note, thank you for coming on. Hope you had a good time in China. We'll see you not so soon, but we'll see each other. Striker, happy, everything good?
Yeah, this was one of the best episodes in a long time.
Yeah. Shout out HLTV newsletter, HLTV.org/newsletter. You can subscribe.
Oh.
A new one came out today.
Prof, sorry. I do have thoughts. Oh.
Yes, some thoughts. Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor on this one, but the HLTV Awards.
Yeah.
So
Excited?
I'm fucking excited for this one.
Yeah.
This one, I have a +1. I'm fucking excited. I'm not, usually Vitality comes, everybody has his girlfriends there, everybody comes. I'm fucking alone. So this one I'm excited for, but also because I heard it's gonna be a bit different this time. Like it's bigger, no?
New venue, new stage, bigger stage, more people. A lot of cool stuff. Gift bag, new cool stuff we have going on. It's pretty cool.
You gotta think about those gift bags because people come to Serbia for one day. They're not coming with their luggage. So when you give them those boxes,
It's no box, just a bag this
okay.
time.
Just a bag. This is nice.
Yeah,
But,
it's like multi-purpose, reusable, eco-friendly, and all of that.
Okay, man, eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Nice, Serbian.
So yeah, happy. It's gonna be your third. You went last two
I went
times.
to all of, I went to all of them. No?
You didn't go to Stockholm, so
Oh, there was one in Stockholm.
yeah, in
Hey,
the center. Yeah.
You put one back in Stockholm.
Who knows? The place that we had it in closed now, so it's gonna be
Okay. When is it? Do you have a date or no?
for this year.
Yeah, for the January. I mean.
January 10th.
10th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
we should. I'm waiting for your manager to book the flights. Shout out to Matthew. Not ZywOo, but the other one. But yeah, we'll see you there. That's it. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to our sponsors, Stake, Refrag, and Kick. Stay tuned for more episodes. Leave some cool comments on YouTube, and until the next one, goodbye.
Ever wanted to try Refrag? Well, now you can. For the viewers of HLTV Confirmed, you can claim a 1-week free trial for the world's best CS2 training platform, letting you try out all of our features, like the Refrag Coach, which will analyze your games and give you a personalized training plan. You can also try out Challenger, an all-new game mode, which will test your retake abilities in realistic in-game scenarios. Try Refrag today for free using the link in the description.
You're a CS player and you won a major. It's not something people can take away from you,
No matter what would have happened in that tournament, I'm glad I got benched.
It's just hard, like when I look back at this image, all I see is that I failed
When Device decided to quit the team, that was like the nail in the coffin.
Okay, this is where I want to be, this is where my place should be.
You know, if I could trade in all the trophies to just have my father back, that would be a fair trade.